We are going to talk about how to handle makeup on dry skin. I live in an area where we get about 200 inches of snow every year. My skin is really dry in the winter time. So we're going to talk about how to brighten dry skin. My name is Kimberly Weimer. I'm an over 50 makeup teacher. I spent 25 years in public school education, and now I just teach online. I teach makeup tips. I'm 55, and when I hit 50, I realized that something's up with my makeup. And I had to make some really important decisions. Decisions such as this. Do I need to stop wearing makeup? Okay, I didn't stick with that decision right away at all because I love the opportunity or the ability to use makeup to better enhance my appearance, right? I am not trying to look 20. I am not trying to look 30. I'm trying to look my very best at 55. Okay, so what I have on my face right now is basically mascara, and I did put a little bit of an eye primer to even out any discoloration. So if you are going to stay with me for about the next 15 minutes, that's all I ask. I'm going to teach you a few tips and products that maybe you'll want to think about when it's time when you're running out of your other stuff, or maybe you just don't use anything right now and you're like, okay, I need that. So first and foremost, skincare. When we talk about skincare, we hear a lot about skincare, like your skin doesn't need water, okay? Your skin needs water. But in a lot of different skincare products, they put distilled water in their products, which if you're using skincare, look at the ingredients. It might say aqua, it might say water, but they're not telling you that it is distilled water. So finding products that are going to hydrate and moisturize your skin during the winter are really important. And that means they have to have a high water content. All right. First and foremost, I am going to say this. If you comment the word live, I'm going to give you links to everything that I'm going to be talking about, but I want to keep this short. All right. Part of my skincare routine is Korean skincare. Okay. And not just any Korean skincare, but this skincare is called Incel Derm. Incel Derm because it digs deep into, it penetrates deep into the cells, intercellular, okay, penetration. So two products that if you just like give me two products that's literally going to change or transform my dry, dehydrated, stagnant skin for the wintertime, it's these two. Okay, it's called the Dermatology EX package. This is made primarily of water, but not just any water, Jeju Energy lava water, which is extracted from a special volcano, very mineral rich, and only by Remon, which is the company that it makes Incel Derm. And because this product line is exclusive, because they own the contract to extract the water, it's the only skincare company that has Jeju Energy lava water in it. My skin has been transformed because of this product line, all right? I can also, you can do a skincare quiz and the whole line is there. And actually for the time being, if you purchase a travel kit, which is $100, that's for the entire ritual, I send you a full size snow enzyme cleanser free, okay? So, you gotta put water on your skin, but it has to be the right products. You have to hydrate. Okay, so before makeup, I did all my skincare. Before makeup, I'm gonna use another piece of this. This is the best 25 bucks I've ever spent on skincare. And yes, it's skincare, but it also can be used for dark under eyes. Okay, you can use this as part of your skincare routine. It also has the Jeju Energy lava water, giant Byung pool, camellia seed oil, all kinds of really nice plant ingredients. This is truly 25 bucks and it lasts. Okay, so you can also use it on your lips. Can be a lip balm, your 11s, my nasolabial folds, you know, anywhere that you have extra texture that you notice your makeup sitting. All right. Next thing we're going to talk about is what types of foundations are best for dry skin. There are obviously powder foundations, liquid foundations, cream foundations, and the look that I'm going for is primarily one that makes me look glowy and hydrated. Not oily, okay? Glowy, hydrated, natural. I want it to look like skin. Like, that's my goal. I want my skin to look like skin, not to look like flat cakey. Okay, so if that's the matte look that you're going for, probably not going to see it in the products that I'm going to be sharing. Nothing wrong with taking a little bit of a finely milled setting powder and applying it in areas that are overly shiny because our skin is all different. But truly, I love cream products, and the reason that I love them is because they don't dry down, right? So the minute that I put a cream over top of, my skin feels so hydrated. The minute I put a cream over top of this, it's all melting together. The minute that I use my expressions on my face, it's moving with my skin. It blends like butter, and it warms up to the skin to give you that, like, that dewy glow. Comment live if you're interested in getting all of the links. I just like to send them all rather than like, can I have the link for this or that? Here you go. You got them all. In case you're just popping on, I am 55 and I like easy. Okay, so if you don't currently follow me, what you'll see me do are all things that are so easy makeup wise. I don't spend hours on my face, nor do I want to do that. I just practice using products, colors, and placement techniques for mature skin that can literally change everything. When you're using the right color and you're placing the product in the right place, it changes everything. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my favorite cream products. This is all from a company called Saint. And Saint has been around since like 2017. And it kind of came out of the woodwork during the pandemic because everybody was online and nobody could get into the cosmetic stores and try out testers. Okay. And then it kind of, so if you haven't heard of Saint, this, you're going to want to take a listen. And then what ended up happening is people realized that, oh my gosh, this is stinking easy. Somebody can color match me using a photo of myself and then build the compact. All of these little pieces are interchangeable. Like, they pop out of this cute little magnetic compact, all different sizes, shapes, colors. You build the compact. It's all about somewhere between $14 and $16 for each one. It's so affordable, only 11 ingredients. And I'm going to just show you how this works because it's pretty fabulous. All right, so I don't start with putting foundation all over my face. No, because I'm all about less product on my face. So foundation is not my first step. Dimension is my first step. And to add dimension, you add a darker color. That usually comes in the form of a bronzer or a contour. I'm going to use a bronzer today because I want to show you how easy. If you aren't able to get Saint or you're not interested in Saint, take these practices, take these principles, and build off of them with whatever you have in your makeup bag, okay? Because you probably have something that'll work. If not, you could go find something. So I'm going to use a cream bronzer, but just keep in mind I'm using cream products here. I'm going to dip into my bronzer, and you might be like, that's so stinking dark. But I want to show you another thing about creams. Now, I'm dabbing, okay? You don't swipe. You don't put like a big like ball of product on your hand. You don't have to do any of that. You just dab. And now I'm going to add dimension by placing my bronzer where the sun hits me normally, because I want it to look as natural as possible. So all I'm going to do is make the letter C, okay? Starting at my forehead and down right here onto my cheekbone. Okay. Over 50, this is a good tip. If you have hollowing out of the temples, you don't want to use a contour there because that will make them appear more hollow. The idea of contour is going to make an area recede. So if you put it where you already are hollow, then it's going to make it look more hollow. Hence the reason that this is typically, when I was 20, I would have worn my contour, and we're getting some construction done. So if you hear some pounding, you might even hear the contractor singing here in a minute. I don't put my contour here anymore because that area's, it's hollowing out, everything is dropping. I would keep my contour right up on top of my cheekbone if I were going to contour, but I'm just using a bronzer. I want to simplify your life. Comment live if you want all the things I'm talking about. All right, so then I'm going to do that on the other side. You know, there's something about a mature woman who's feeling confident about the way they look, that they know that they don't have to overdo makeup. They just want to look polished. Like, I just want to kind of like pull it together. I want to look pulled together, not overly done. And there is a difference, okay? That's me too. So I'm going to go ahead and the letter C is what I'm teaching today for bronzer. Where else does the sun hit? It hits your nose. Your nose gets sun, doesn't it? Hits your chin. Look what happened with a little bit of bronzer. That's it, okay? But how often do we say, give me the foundation, I need to cover my whole face? All right, let's work around it. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to color correct a little bit, okay? So color correction helps you to actually be able to use less product. Why? Because it, how should I say that? It cancels out the color that you see, okay? It doesn't try to cover it up, because if I take a light color concealer and I place it over top of dark under eyes or where it's blue, then it just looks gray, right? But if I take a peach, which is the opposite of the color wheel, where's my color wheel? It's my teacher in me here. All right, so if I'm seeing blue, okay, these are the colors that we often see in our under eyes, guys. Blues, purples. In order to figure out which color corrector you're going to use, you follow it straight across. So something from the orange family. That's going to help you color correct. And another common color that y'all see is reds. That's something from the green family, will help you to conceal or cover red. So I'm going to just take a little bit of my color corrector from Amazing Cosmetics. They even gave me a code for y'all. I've been using this for a good, 2 or 3 years. Can't find anything else I like better. But if you can't get this, again, go find yourself something that has a peach tint to it. It will change your under eye game entirely. Okay, so and now, you know, what's happened is because I hydrated underneath of my eyes first, that glided on. There wasn't any stuttering. There's not any grabbing. Let me zoom in. You guys can see, okay? There's not any grabbing of the product where it looks all dry. And then it gives me the opportunity to just take my fingers and kind of just tap. Warm it up. Let it sit. All right. Let it marinate. Let me back up here. I feel like I'm all on your face. Okay, guys, I have movement in my face, okay? I don't do Botox, I don't do fillers, I don't do any of those things, okay? And it's okay if you do. I just want you to know where I am coming from, just so that you know that when I'm talking about under eyes and forehead wrinkles, it's because I have to deal with them. I have to address them. All right, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a foundation shade. Saint calls them highlights, so you might hear me use that word interchangeably, but I'm going to take a highlight color that is a couple shades lighter than my skin. Not too light, because too light brings an area forward, and if I place something too light in an area where I have a lot of texture, I might as well put a neon sign and an arrow pointing and saying, look at these wrinkles, okay? Don't want to do that. So instead, I'm going to take a little bit of this foundation right here, and it's called Palace, and it has like a kind of like a pinky tint. And what we know about color correction now with like those pinks and those oranges, they have really good color correcting properties. But I just want you to look at placement. Okay, so right here, I call that the sweet spot. The reason for this is I want to brighten certain areas of my face and draw attention to the middle. So what I've done is I've added dimension here. Our faces are 3D. I've added depth and dimension here. I want to brighten down through the middle. So I'm going to also take that concealer color and go right down through. Remember, I bronzed my nose a little bit, but look what happens when you take just a lighter shade right down through the middle. It's almost, it looks like it's thinner. It's like a little natural contouring going on with bronzer. Those are the only areas that I'm placing concealer. Some people might put it here. Well, I have some 11s going on. It's not going there. And I do have some large pores here. So I don't want to put something that's going to draw attention to those either. If you don't, you can totally highlight your T-zone, okay? All right, now what? Now I might use a little foundation, and I haven't used any at all yet. So cool, so fun. So I have a couple different foundation colors here. I have my summer color and I have my winter color. My winter color is Athens, my summer color is Hazel, and it's odd. And I don't know if you have noticed this for yourself, but your skin doesn't stay the same color. And I'm not even talking about seasons. You know, generally in the summer, our skin gets darker, and in the winter it gets lighter. Yes, that's true. But even within the seasons, your skin may not always be the same color. So having some versatility of different shades in your palette, because when I color match you, I'm going to give you a main foundation shade, I'm going to give you an accent shade or a brightening shade like I just used, and I'm going to give you an optional one. And this optional one is going to take you wherever your skin goes, okay? Because I'm going to be looking at how cool your skin is, how warm your skin is, the tone of it, all the things. I look at your hair, I look at your eyebrows, I look at all of it, okay? And please, I know how vulnerable it is to take a makeup-free selfie for me and send it, but this goes nowhere. Like, this is just for me. I never would ever in a million years post something unless I would get permission from you, of course, but never. So this is strictly for color matching purposes only, and I've done tens of thousands of women, so please trust me in this process. All right, so I am going to use a little bit of foundation. Where am I going to use it? Well, let me determine where I need it, right? Because I don't think often we think about that. Like where do I need coverage? Because that's, right? That's really what foundation is. It's for coverage, and it's for evening out your skin tone. And so like when you have a lot of hyperpigmentation and you have a lot of darkness, and you're taking a certain shade of foundation and placing it all over even the areas of darkness, well, the areas of darkness may or may not be covered, right? So placing the darkest foundation where your skin is the darkest, the lightest foundation where your skin is the lightest, makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go into my winter. It's time for me to change out this tin. And then I'm going to dab it a little bit into my darker shade. And I am just going to fill in where I want to even out. Okay, and I get really red, like right here. You guys see that? You can build your coverage with cream. Look at that. Like my redness is gone. Okay, but I only had to put it there. I didn't have to put it all over. Like I just had to tap the color that I needed right where my redness was. All right, so I'm gonna go back in and I'm feathering this makeup in. If you like a fuller coverage, which is totally possible, the tip that I'm going to give you is instead of like feathering, it would be stippling, pressing the product in. Okay, that gives you more of a fuller coverage because you're covering a smaller area. Here's the brush, the size of your brush. Here's the area, that's where the foundation is going. Okay. The issue sometimes is that people will say, I still see my fine lines and wrinkles. And my first reaction will be, you applied way too much product. I mean, these little tins that are $16 will last you months. And I used to spend $60 on one foundation shade. So it is affordable. And it ships free. You know, once you order over $50, you set up your own free account. You don't have to go through like remember the days of the Avon lady where you had your special Avon lady? I can be your makeup mentor, of course, and I can help you, but you can place your order and it'll come straight to you, ship free. All right, so that's all I did with my foundation. Now let's add some color. Let's check out this, okay? And one more thing that I want to talk to you about when it comes to cream products is how pigmented it looks in the tin, but you have control over the intensity of the color. Believe me, this color, it can give you the wow factor, or it can give you the all sweetness, youthful, sweet pink. So let's do a little bit of both. I'll show you. I'm gonna take that same brush. I'm not like jumping back and forth. And then I'm gonna start at the corner of my eye, right up on the fluffs of my cheekbones, and I'm just gonna go ahead and fill that in. I move in a circular motion because that's the motion that your pores are in. So it gives you more of a natural appearance with your blush. Okay, I don't do that. Just in a circular motion. All right, look how pretty that is. That's that. And the reason I like to show this is because when I color match you and I give you colors, I don't want anybody saying, Kim, that's entirely too bright. I don't do that. I look at the shade, I look at your skin tone, and I give you something that I think is just going to pop, okay? In a good way, like not in an overly done way. All right, now what are we gonna do with our lips? Well, let's just use this on the lips and I'll show you the two different colors it could be. So I can take it and I can just tap it like a stain. Okay, just a nice, pretty color. It's called Marrakesh. I love it. It's one of Saint's new shades that just came out like Black Friday-ish time. And I absolutely love it. If you have cool tones, it's a goodie. It's a goodie. Now, can I bold this up? Let's do it. Now it has the va-va-va-boom factor, right? So I didn't even talk about an eyeshadow, okay? I will tell you that you can add eyeshadows. All of these are powders, but they do have creams. And I will give some eyeshadow recommendations as well to you. But hydrate your skin. Hydrate your skin. If you do the travel pack, and actually, there's a travel kit that's going to be released tomorrow that you can get. They're $100. It's the entire ritual. It'll last you a month. You will see your skin transformed like it has never been transformed before. And then I'll send you, once you fill out the little survey, I'll send you the full Snow Enzyme Cleanser, the full size, $25 value. You'll get that free from me so that you can cleanse and hydrate. And then you moisturize. All right, the Vietnam Balm, 25 bucks, best 25 bucks ever. And that's it, guys. Comment live if you want all the links. You have been very patient and I wanted to make this quick. So you guys have a great Thursday. I'll talk to you soon.